Good morning, kiddos. We are going to read the next chapter in Flying Solo. We have permission to read it through Sandpiper. In the last chapter, they were just trying to do things in class like they normally would if they had Mr. Fab because they don't have a substitute. So in the last chapter, it was writing time, and so we read a bunch of their drafts. A lot of them choose to write to Mr. Fabiano and tell him things that they're worried about or things that they have questions about or just their feelings. And so that tells me that they have a really special connection or bond or relationship with that teacher and they feel comfortable with him. 10:30 a.m. Music. Are we going to do a share? Vicky asked. Can't, Jordan said, pointing at the clock. Computer lab. No, we don't go to computer lab today. That was yesterday, Karen said. Today is music. Fact, Christopher said. We'd better go before they come hunting for us. Just go? Jasmine asked. With no teacher? You don't think that's sort of obvious? Not if we're super quiet in the halls, Karen said. Yes, Miss Ballard. Sir, Christopher said. He saluted her smartly. Very funny, Karen retorted. Hey, I mean it. We've got to make zero noise or somebody's going to notice. We've got to be invisible. And so I'm sitting here thinking they're going to walk the hallways to music without a teacher. In one long line, silent in the hallways, just like we do at City Heights. Don't you think that even at our school that somebody would notice, hey, that class doesn't have a teacher? I would think somebody would notice. Better suck in your gut, Bastian said, nudging Missy. Leave her alone, Rhonda said, smacking him on the arm. I was just kidding, Bastian said. Can't you take a joke? It's not funny, idiot. Quiet, Karen said. And so I notice that the kids are using a lot of words that a teacher would not allow if a teacher was there. I would not allow those types of words, and you guys know that, and I'm sure that Mr. Fabiano probably does not allow that kind of talk in his classroom. The kids filed out of the classroom. Rachel walked along the hallway of polished linoleum, long and perfectly smooth. For a miniature airplane, this hall would make a perfect runway for taking off or landing. She watched the line of students ahead of her. They all kept their eyes facing straight ahead as they filed down the hall. Even their footsteps seemed strangely muted as they moved over the linoleum past the other 3 sixth-grade classrooms and down the stairs. The column made a smooth right onto the central corridor and then another right into the all-purpose room that was used for music. Inside was Mrs. Inkeringill, the music teacher. She was waiting for them at the piano. She was a stocky, red-faced woman wearing glasses and a button that read, "Music is my life." Welcome, she said. Please take your places, boys and girls. Chop, chop, come now. We don't have much time. Class 6238 assembled on the riser. Sopranos on the left, altos on the right. Rachel had no intention of singing, but she took her place with the altos, as she always did, wedging herself between Missy and Jasmine. Rachel got a mental image of Tommy Feathers, face bright and eager, singing in last year's winter concert. He sure loved to sing. It didn't seem to matter to him in the least that he couldn't carry a tune in a bucket, as they say. Mrs. Inkeringill played a few piano notes to the song, a stirring melody with lyrics taken from the poem on the Statue of Liberty. Rachel stood quietly as the kids began to sing around her. Today their voices combined to make a clear, strong sound. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these. The homeless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Wonderful, she cried. She sat up and looked at them, surprised. "You've got spirit today. You've got juice. Again, let's take it from the top." And so I'm wondering, why would the class be so spirited today? And I'm sure it's because they're wanting to make sure that no teacher or adult questions their behavior. They sang it again, and the song sounded even more beautiful than before. So much so that Rachel could feel the beginnings of a sound rising from some deep buried place at the bottom of her chest, itching to join in, and it was everything she could do to keep the sound down. And that is the end of our chapter today. And so with the end of the chapter, we can see that Rachel is feeling something. And so my question for you today is for you to predict, do you think that Rachel will speak again before the book ends? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys on Monday for our next read aloud. Bye.